Hi there. My name is Chip Goss. I'm a Cub Scout Roundtable Commissioner for Nipmuc District. I'm also a den leader and an assistant scoutmaster. I've been thinking for a long time about doing these online commissioner tips, if you will, how they might be of assistance to you in the operation of your unit. My views are solely mine and not those necessarily of Nipmuc District, Connecticut Rivers Council of the Boy Scouts of America. Take them for what they are, because they're completely my opinions. I hope that you may find some benefit from these. I plan to spend the next 4.5 to 5 minutes explaining to you the values of scouting. Not the values of scouting as in we try to raise outstanding, upstanding young citizens, but the values. Like, you're spending money to put your kids through scouts. And I wanted to explain to you, so you put your kid through sports, and that's great. I'm not disparaging that. But I hear a lot of people complaining about the cost of scouts, and they don't perceive it as a value. And I'm like, you're serious? There's so much value in scouting. Like, basically, you spend, $90 for an 8-week season of baseball. Just quick, 8 weeks, $90. Scouting is, on average, let's say $100. Okay, Connecticut Rivers Council charges you a $50 program fee, which covers a 1 year time frame. $25 to $26 registration fee, depending on the year, for National Council, and then the unit gets like $24. So that's like $100 for a 12-month program, which is going to help your child be a better person. Now, sporting will round a person out. It'll keep them physically strong. It'll make them healthy and keep them happy and strong. But there are programs and scouts to do that also. We strive to make your time in scouts worthwhile. Your child is going to receive weekly, monthly lessons that he might not understand now. It might be 20 years, 30 years down the road when he has an epiphany and it just comes to him and he says, wow, I now understand what they were trying to teach me. And it's, wow, I kind of had one like last year and I didn't even realize it. Everything I've done in scouting as a child was to raise me to be a better leader, was to raise me to be prepared for life. Now you hear these things, but you don't really think about it. And that's what the values of scouting are. Is it worth $100 a year? Okay, granted, the first year or every couple years thereafter, you have to buy some uniforms and some patches and whatnot to keep the uniform up to date. But that's a method of scouting, is uniforming. Make everybody equal, as well as letting people display their awards and recognitions on the uniform to instill a value of self-worth. It's not, hey, Johnny hit a home run today. It's, hey, Johnny's second class and he's got 10 merit badges. That's amazing. So that's the method of advancement and uniform recognition in scouting, which is my point, is a cost, but it's a value. If a child spends 1 year in scouts, just 1 year, and drops out, those lessons that he learned in scouts in that 1 year are going to be carried with him for life. It's not necessarily how to bunt or how to throw a chest pass in basketball or how to do a cross check in hockey. It's how to lead, how to think for yourself, how to work through problems. Now, it's simple like this. A square knot is used to join two ropes the same size. A sheet bend is used to join two ropes of different sizes. The simple lesson there is, I know this, but I can use this in my everyday life. I remember this, and I know that there's a difference and a time for everything that I've learned. And I hope that your kids get that lesson. Because two ropes of the same size are joined with one knot. Two ropes of a different size are joined with a different knot. Two boys of a different age, of a different size, of a different type, are joined differently together. And that's the lesson and the values of scouting. And I hope that you have the opportunity to rethink a position if you think that scouting is too expensive. 13 years of scouting from the age of 7 to 20, 7 to 21. So 13, 14 years of scouting is going to change a young person so much for the better. Until next time, here's good scouting.